Hey guys, it's your girl Kat. Bringing in all the good energy. We are here to make more magic. So, this is my channel, Pure Presence. It is Friday, and on Fridays I do twin flame readings. Let's get the thing going. So, how are we feeling? What are we doing? How was your Friday? We're going to start with tarot. I have already cleansed the space. I lit some Palo Santo and some rosemary. I did a deep clean of the house earlier. I always cleanse the cards and pre-shuffle, but just so you guys know that your energy is being instilled into the cards before the reading. My fairy child face says hello. Hello, baby girl. All right. So what's going on in you and your twin flames connection? What's been happening in the recent past? Well, that makes sense. We've got the 9 of Wands. This is a test of faith, you guys. Good news is we do have some resilience here. Excuse you. But we are being cautious. Okay? And then our present position. No, baby. Chariot in reverse. Okay. So lack of direction. We are not moving forward currently, but that's okay. Numbers 9 and 7 could represent something. And future, we've got the Hermit. So one or both of you guys are still on this soul-searching journey. Let's pull a what's at hand card. So spirits, can you tell me our what's at hand with this particular situation? Wheel of Fortune in reverse again. Yeah, there's just like no... It's like we don't have direction. We don't have control of where this is going right now. There's some resistance here. We're just trying to break old negative cycles or a negative phase that you guys were in or still are in. Okay. Excuse you, Missy. We don't want to put our butt to the audience. All right. Say hello. Hello there. Good collective. Doesn't she look so princess-like? I love you, but we have to do the reading right now. Let's see if that'll block her. I doubt it. Okay, so let's get going before I pull some clarifiers on this. And I knew it because I'm psychic, right? No, because I'm just a cat mom and I know. Missy, as soon as you didn't want any attention earlier, but as soon as I'm busy. All right, so somebody feels like there's some bad luck around this connection. Or there's just resistance to change it. They're feeling like you're in a rut, they're in a rut. Again, you guys are twins, so you're both feeling each other's energy simultaneously, whether you know it or not, no matter how far the separation goes or how long. I mean, distance and time. There is a return to the beginning, though, only at a higher level in the spiral of life. So, the Wheel of Fortune, it's like all of these cycles that are never ending, these life lessons that we have to go through. And, excuse you. So there's 4, it's like somebody's being persistent. Somebody wants this connection. They want to turn it around. Or that could be like the annoying force that feels like it's some kind of negative nag. Okay, so in the 4 corners, we've got the angel, and the angels, all 4 of them are studying. Like they've all got an open book, meaning they're seeking this wisdom in multiple realms of life. So we've got the angel, so your higher ups are definitely guiding you. You've got the phoenix energy, so there is a rebirth here. We've got the bull, somebody's being a little hard-headed and stubborn. And then we have the lion, so it does take courage and strength to get through this phase. There is snake and devil energy, but at the head of this is the Sphinx. So there's definitely power here and like divine interaction we're being guided 100%. This is normally a good luck card, but all of this is inevitable, right? It's our fate to come together. It just depends on us and our energies. So if you feel like you're in bad luck, then unfortunately that's what you keep telling the universe of the energy that you're in, and it'll keep providing that. So we need to break this resistance to change. This is my life. I'm not complaining. Okay, can I grab the card? Let me just grab it. No? You're gonna knock over every single deck on this table. Come on. There we go. Okay. That's our what's at hand. So what's at hand is, this is fated. It's just for right now, we're feeling a little out of alignment. We're like, we don't know our path. We are just not necessarily trusting the cycles fully. All right, recent past, we do have some fire energy. This is a strength card and compassion. It is reminding you that even through this suffering, there is still something to be optimistic about. So yeah, again, it's a test of faith. We're super resilient though, like as far as within this collective, and then especially if you are a twin flame, we're creating boundaries, we're respecting others. But somebody still is super weary of this. It's like one of the parties, one of the twins is being very pessimistic. It could be the masculine because there is a masculine depicted in the picture, but doesn't necessarily have to be. Whoever is chiming into more of the masculine energies of the partnership. It's like I'm going to, again, energies, not gender, but in the picture, he has built this wall of all of the wands. But in reality, it's just sticks. Like, you can knock them over, you can break them down. And it's, yeah, I'm just getting like, we're putting ourselves in this cage with this suffering. And there's a mountainscape on the other side. So it's like oh, she just bit me. Girly, that is not nice. Oh, rude. Just like we're resisting the challenges that we know we'll have to face on the other side of that, but you're just like prolonging it with worry, which isn't great. It is in the mental position, and he's got this like headband around his head as if he had hit his head or he has a wound. So mentally, the masculine is definitely going through it. Like, super suffering, pessimistic. He is still being resilient through it, but there's a lot of just a lot of pessimism. And he's looking to the wheel. Yeah, he's like probably thinking, how do I break this negative phase? Like, are you able to break these cycles? I just feel out of control. Do I have bad luck? Why do I have this resistance to change? But the Wheel of Fortune is a 1, so it is a new beginning. And 9, this is a completion number. Like, you're supposed to be completing out of this pessimist state into the true Wheel of Fortune in its upright position, which is you just trust in the universal energies of fate and destiny and this spiral of life where we know that it's going to have its ebbs and flows, but we're here for it, right? And it's a yes. Like it's the universe is telling you yes. Like, you're supposed to be completing the cycle. You don't have to stay in the suffering. Okay, for the Chariot, number 7 could mean something. We have water energy, so fire and water coming up. It's in the reverse again. So instead of movement, It doesn't necessarily mean the opposite of movement, but there's a lack of steady progress. There's just opposition. Yeah, one person is really fighting this, and they just have this lack of direction. It's a lack of control again. There's some kind of arrogance or like carelessness here. It's so funny when somebody thinks that they actually have control in this life. You have control over your own actions for sure, but as far as the way that the world works with destiny, if you believe in destiny, then no, you don't have control. You do have willpower. Again, we have control over ourselves, but that's about it. And if you have control over yourself and your mind, then you don't need to worry, and you can start implementing these new positive mindsets and movement towards integration and determination of whatever you're trying to do, or coming back into union with your soulmate. Yes, like somebody lacks the courage to do this. Come on, guys. What's going on here? All right, we have the Hermit. Earth energy. So at least we're grounding. At least we're grounding towards the next few weeks. There is some selflessness here and some integration. So at least we're implementing some of these lessons that the universe is trying to get through to us. It might not be fast movement, but somebody's going inward. The Hermit here, he's looking down at the ground. He's like a lot of contemplation. And he's guiding his own way. He has the light in front of him, and it's a star. So this is a wish fulfillment. It's just like he's kind of only seeing this like, what's the word I'm looking for? This energy that's the Hermit, he's a hermit. He's kept to himself. He's being alone in meditation and contemplation, thinking that he has to do this alone, this journey alone. Like when you hold up a lantern, the light can only shine so close, But then if you look forward and you lift that light forward, now we can see a little bit further. So the Hermit literally is in a time of soul searching and finding this wisdom, right? This internal truth. And we have this guidance here, the Wheel of Fortune, from our higher ups, but they're just still in this state of like learning their consciousness and really doing this alone. He's also on a mountainscape, but it's cold. It's like winter, which is interesting because in the next few weeks we are stepping into winter. So the Hermit is really going in this on the solitude journey rather than meeting our twins sooner. They are slowing that movement down to union in order to seek this introspective soul search on their own. Very interesting. Okay. Let's pull my Love Angels deck. Actually, guys, hold on. I'm going to go fix that dryer. All right, sorry, guys. I am back. We're in business. My washer and dryer always gets off balance, but that's life, right? Bottom of the deck, playfulness. And that's that. Remember, I just bought a shirt that has this on it the other day. I told you guys. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and shine. Yeah, somebody's not trying to have fun right now. They're like being a grumpy old hermit, trying to stay in solitude. Why? Clarify this Wheel of Fortune, please. A little sticky there. Okay. This resistance to change, this breaking of cycles, has something to do with healing family issues. There's still this negative phase, this like negative cloud hovering over this individual. It is I'm getting a feminine, because we do have a feminine. Honestly, it's both. It's feminine and masculine. Someone has mom issues and dad issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I thought it looked like a female over here, but it's a masculine angel, but it could be either, you know? Yeah. Yeah, this bad luck is stemming around this family issue that has not been healed yet, because that Wheel of Fortune was in the reverse, right? So that's letting me know that this family issue has not been healed. And there's still some cycle to break there. Whoop. Bottom of the deck, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Somebody's not speaking their truth. Yeah, somebody who's ever being really resistant. You're meant to express your love, you guys. Clarifying this Nine of Wands. Honeymoon in reverse. You guys, either mentally or in the past position, it's like you guys were in such bliss together. It felt like a honeymoon stage. It says, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Holiday just passed, but it was in reverse. So we didn't get to spend holiday together. I love this too. It's in Italy. They're on a gondola. The angel is guiding you guys. You guys should be in union. This is like divinely fated, but of course, somebody is just still weary of this connection. I don't know why this we know why this resilience is here. They're still healing family issues and feeling like they have to do it alone with the Hermit. Okay, clarifying the Chariot. Oh, bottom of the deck again. Express your love. I need to look at the cards. Clarifying the Chariot. Retreat. Both of these positions, in the past and in the present, both people are in wedding gowns. And there's only a few cards in the deck that are like that. It's like we were so close with the Chariot energy getting to this retreat together. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. And they're doing it together, but just this Chariot's in reverse. So somebody had a lack of direction. They weren't ready for this. They're still healing other things. Yeah, there was a carelessness. Like they didn't. I'm not getting aggression, but maybe a little bit of arrogance to really the bliss that this connection could have given them, and they just were like, nope, I need, I'm not ready. That's okay. All right. The Hermit. Well, I love that for our future placement. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. And the Hermit, it's going to happen in winter. So I'm definitely sensing in the next couple of months, more December than January. I'm just getting December here with all of the snow at the Hermit's feet. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the masculine that does come into the feminine. Because in the card, the masculine's coming up from behind the woman, and he's like trying to embrace her and pulling her in by the shoulder, but she's turned away from him. So she's almost like, I want this, but I almost in disbelief, like that he's coming back for reconciliation. But look at how she's holding on to his leg too. I love this card. It's like she doesn't want to, but of course she wants to. A little cockiness here too, him without his shirt on. But it's interesting because he's got both the hermit energy and this reconciliation. Well, obviously this soul searching, this wisdom leads him to find his truth. Remember, it is internal and divine guidance. Maybe he comes into this like conscious state through meditation or some kind of epiphany that he's getting about this reconciliation. Okay, we love that. Can we get a message from our... Let's do this. Can we have a message about this healing family issues? What is a message from our twin flame about healing family issues? Nothing is set in stone. Interesting. Nothing is set in stone. That's giving like maybe that they don't believe in love, or they don't believe in like ultimate connection or ultimate commitment. Nothing is set in stone. Maybe somebody's parents had a divorce, or maybe somebody's parent died or left, and that just like gave them this sense that nothing is set in stone. But that is the wheel of fortune, right, you guys? We have to break through these negative cycles and recognize that as much as we don't have control of the outside world, we definitely do have control of our inside world. You don't have bad luck. It's just, this is the way of the universe. Can we clarify the honeymoon stage in reverse? I'm feeling, okay, so let's clarify masculine. What is the divine masculine thinking about in the past? What was he thinking about in the past with this honeymoon energy in reverse? Not enough energy is put into this. He's thinking that he didn't have enough energy to put into this. Even though he knew that like you guys literally had honeymoon energy, he just didn't have enough energy to put into that. Maybe you guys, because it said enjoy the bliss of holiday together. Maybe you guys had plans to get together for the holidays, but he just didn't have the energy to make those plans happen because he's still in this weary state. Yeah, it says gearing for the worst. So yeah, the masculine here was just thinking on a pessimist mindset instead of optimistically. We always have enough energy to put into something, but you have to prioritize it. Okay, retreat. What is my divine feminine thinking about this chariot energy and retreat? The chariot was in reverse. What is my divine feminine thinking? No to your question. No to your question. Divine feminine. If the masculine had a question, the divine's thinking no. No to your question. Or maybe this means no to your question as the feminine. Can we have one more clarifier on this, please? No to your question. Dark entities are preventing this from happening. Dark entities are preventing this from happening right now. They're preventing this movement forward with the Chariot. They're preventing the union of the twins to come together in order to retreat from the world. It says it's time to disconnect from the world together, because these two lovers are together. Dark entities are preventing this from happening. You guys, this is actually really real and something to be mentioned. Divine, first off, to meet a soulmate is amazing. Many people don't get to fall in love with a soulmate, and especially as strong of a soulmate connection as a twin flame. So two soulmates are separate souls, and then they come together in union, and it's usually more of a easier connection. Like, you guys are both ready for love, you've already gone through your challenges, and it's a beautiful union right away. Twin flames are said to have been the same soul, and they separated to have two individual life experiences, and then they're meant to come back together again in union to share these experiences, to broaden their knowledge of the entire experience that is life, right? And if they can come together not just in a romantic union, but in a soul union, then they will literally do their energetic work, their mission on this planet in this lifetime, to bring other collective souls together in union. Whether it's just to bring souls into this enlightened path, or it's literally to bring other soulmates together, or even more of a mission is to literally connect and unite all of these twin flames together. So it's really huge. It's like a super big honor to be a chosen one of the 144,000 twin flame matches. So of course, they're coming back to the card. There are negative entities, negative energies within the matrix, right? That are, I say this, but there is a matrix, that don't want this kind of good energy and this good light coming forth into this world, into this reality right now. They want to shed that goodness. They don't want more light, because then that eliminates the dark. And they want to stay in existence too. So of course it's like this battle of light and dark. So definitely be mindful that whether it's coming from an internal space, mentally, physically, emotionally, on a soul level, or stemming from this 3D reality where you picked up bad habits from your family members, your friends, your environment, we're starting to move away from that into this conscious mindset and this conscious lifestyle of knowing that you're important, you're special, you're literally on this planet for a reason, and not just your life, but in everything that you're doing, you have a purpose, whether you've found it or not. If you're still soul searching for it, beautiful, you will find it as long as you stay on that path. But on an even grander level, like, we're meant to raise the frequency of all of this collective. So if you step into this conscious awakening, and I step into this conscious awakening, and our partners and our friends and our family gets awoken into this consciousness awakening, then we're all starting to adjust and tune into one another and then vibrate higher. And that's what our goal is on this planet. So sorry, I went on a tangent, but I felt like I needed to teach you guys about that, because so many of us are still in the dark, so to speak, of not knowing how much in control we are and what your real mission is. Okay, hold on, I dropped some cards. Well, my cat dropped some cards. All right. So just because there are these negative energies does not mean you don't have the power to fight them. Or literally, you don't even have to face negativity with resistance or with more chaotic energy. You can literally just shed the light, stay optimistic, stay happy. And I know that's easier said than done, but do what we're meant to do. Do what makes you feel good. Be around people who make you smile and laugh, and do the things that you know are going to make you happier, because then that raises your frequency, right? And that's how you're going to come into this reconciliation. Because if you're starting to do that, no matter what kind of separation you're in with your twin flame, then energetically they're going to start to step into that too. Okay, bottom of the deck, I saw it, so I have to say it. It's safe to make that adjustment. Literally, like, don't let the ego lie to you and think that you have to be fearful of change and have any kind of resistance to that stepping into this. It's not like a false, if that's not what you were before, that's okay. You're allowed to change. You're allowed to change every single day. Just as many times as you change clothes, you're allowed to change your personality, your thought process, your mindset, your morals, all of it, your beliefs, you're allowed to change. So make that adjustment. It's safe. Can we clarify the Hermit and the reconciliation? Spirit says to have more faith and trust. You literally have to have trust and faith in the universe, and that your spirit guides are putting you on the right path, that they're giving you the right wisdom, that you're stepping into this conscious state, and that you're meant to have this reconciliation. It says someone from your past is returning to your life. So when they do, feel safe to have this adjustment. Step out of being alone, step out of that independence, because you've already gotten the internal guidance. You're going to reach more of a conscious state when you come together in union. Let's do our next message in a second. So I'm going to do another 2 oracle decks before I get into our last 2 messages. Or maybe I'll switch it up. Okay. So, awakening this path of our twin flames. Can we have some oracle insights? I need some insight on this Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I know that they're going through some family issues, healing these. It may not even be from this lifetime, guys. It may be from a past life. They're literally, shedding a lot of stuff. This was just the year of the snake that we're almost out of. Like, they have to shed this now. Healing these family issues. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, wow. Queen of Pentacles. She's such a generous and, caring queen. She is the most nurturing of all of the queens that it all suits. Yeah, she's just sensible. She comforts you. She's practical. Whatever, obviously from before, I recognize that you or your twin, or maybe both of you, not only have mommy issues, but also daddy issues too. We have both, right? Because the mother and the father masculine energy came through. So whatever happened in our past, know that there is this caring energy here. The Queen of Pentacles is so caring and nurturing, and she's guiding you through this. Like, you are supported on an energetic level. And what is beautiful about this woman's holding up, the queen in the picture is holding up a rose, and she's also pregnant. So, yeah, maybe somebody's dealing with some issues with the ideology of getting a woman pregnant, or I'm not sure. I'm not sure, guys. We'll get more clarifiers on that in a little bit. But we're supported. Queen of Pentacles energy. If the Queen of Pentacles is with you on that journey of the Wheel of Fortune, we are being nurtured. We're okay. It's safe to heal these issues. Can we clarify the honeymoon and this Nine of Wands? With Justice. I love that because the Nine of Wands kind of feels opposite of the honeymoon, but remember, honeymoon was in reverse. So we're weighing these pros and cons out. He felt like, again, I'm saying he, but it's just the masculine energy, felt like they weren't enough, like they didn't have enough energy to put into this. So they're looking at the pros and cons, the consequences. Their karma is being weighed out. This law and integrity within relationships. And the woman holding up the scale is also blindfolded. So they really just, okay, this is beautiful though, because remember in the Nine of Wands, he had this bandage on his head. It's almost as if like we had once, mentally had this pessimist, weary mindset. And then finally justice comes into play and they're like, well, rather than, I know that I could walk through this barrier that, this cage that they've essentially put themselves in, but they don't even want to they have the courage finally, but they're still not willing to like look at the problems. Like they've blindfolded themselves. Like they took what was around their head with all of their mental issues and they're just like, I'd rather just, let's walk through it anyways and we'll just figure it out. But they're just trying not to look at it. And weighing these choices. Yeah, it's like they're being pulled with like law, like what society says is right versus their own internal integrity. You got to do what you want. Your heart should lead you always, number one. Because we got to turn that honeymoon energy right side up. Like this was how they were feeling in the past and mentally, but this is towards our future. They've just got to, I feel like they're kind of leaving it into destiny's hands a bit. Because the boat, there was an angel rowing the gondola. Rather than them making the move or steering into the direction, right? They felt directionless. Okay, so guidance on this reverse chariot and retreating. I know that there's some negative energies here, but why can't they retreat together? The Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Any other water signs? 12 too, and that's a 3. It's talking about communication. Sacrifice and waiting, perspective, lack of direction. What did I just say? They're going through this lack of direction. Like they know that they want to retreat with you and kind of just say like run away from the world and go to you, but it's easier to like deal with the world than it is to run to you. There's still some dark forces keeping them in this sacrificing feeling of waiting. It's all about perspective, you guys. And the Hanged Man, you see how they have these leaves hanging upside down? They're upside down hearts. It's all about perspective. This lack of direction. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I say that every time. I should have a shirt that says that you can't make this shit up. Because I feel myself saying that every freaking reading. Where does it say it? Oh my God. Okay. We've got lack of direction and lack of direction 2 times. I mean, come on. Yeah, these dark forces are hovering over them are definitely clouding their perspective. All right, clarifying the Hermit and reconciliation. Death. Yep. 13. 4. It's about creating this new foundation. There's like a huge transformation happening. There is going to be a big change and an ending of a cycle, which is beautiful because we needed that through this soul searching, right? They're finding this internal wisdom. And they are transitioning out of that, which is really nice. They're transitioning out of this dark energy of what I was saying. See that dark night? They're having a dark night of the soul. They're releasing a lot of heavy stuff. So like be patient with your lover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 10 crows or ravens in this picture. 10 boils down to 1, a new beginning. Yeah, there's definitely an ending of a cycle and a new beginning. This transformation is huge for your person. They're definitely going through it, and they're coming out of this energy into this energy. That's a huge transition, but they've just got to trust the journey. Well, hello, Bogart. He looks so dapper with his little collar, right? I love him. See? He's coming in. This is my boyfriend from past life. So remember, they said we had a card. Someone from your past is returning to your life. All right. Dun, 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 dun. Excuse you, baby. Let's do another. Sorry, babe. Let's do another message. Okay, because I like to see what your person's thinking on the 5D level and what you're thinking on the 5D. Okay, what is our person? What's that hand? What does our... I still want to clarify this Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in this card? I know that we have this nurturing energy overseeing this cycle of the Wheel of Fortune. Can we clarify this? What is our person thinking about this? I'm tired of running. What's at hand? Well, then stop running. Because there's such a generous and caring, nurturing support here. This like comfort coming from the Queen. If we have a King of Pentacles pop out, I'm going to be like, are you kidding, guys? It's like they know that you're the Queen of Pentacles. Like they know how generous and caring you are, and like how comforted they would be to just stop running and come into you. But they're still dealing with healing these family issues and like feeling like getting over the sense that nothing is set in stone. Yeah, of course nothing is set in stone. We all will eventually leave this existence again, but it's so beautiful to just trust in destiny in your path, right? Okay, clarifying the honeymoon over the 9 of Wands, the Justice. This was the masculine, right? What this is all about, what they're thinking. I think about you all the time. I mean, it's both of you. You guys are twins. You guys both think about each other all of the time. Because this is in the mental position. Right? There's a placement of where I put each card. Mentally, both of you are thinking this, but more so because I'd asked previously about the masculine, and yeah, no, but it is both. Because there's one card of a feminine, one card of a masculine, And then one card, the honeymoon card, has both the feminine and the masculine together on the gondola. So you guys are literally thinking about each other all the time. This is confirmation. Okay, and then the divine feminine, but in the physical sense. So really it's for whoever is my viewer. This is what my viewer is thinking. Your mind forever and ever. Yeah, I know, but they're just dealing with this hanged man energy. They're coming in, but they're coming in slow, unfortunately, with the Chariot in reverse. They're just still going through like sacrificing something or thinking that they need to sacrifice something for this connection. And like waiting. What are you waiting for? Like they're waiting at like where the road forks. They're like, but you guys know what you want. You know you think about each other all the time. And then clarifying this Hermit and reconciliation. What's the future outcome? Like what do both parties want? Don't pressure me. So both parties kind of feel a little pressure right now. Whoever, it's more so for whoever is going to come in. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Whoever returns to your life, they're just telling you not to pressure them. So when they come in, don't get super excited. And I know it's going to be hard, but just don't pressure them. Let them come in at their own pace. Remember, the Chariot is a little bit slower. And they just came out of this Hermit energy. Well, they're still in the Hermit energy in the future. So they're still trying to do some soul searching. So it's a huge deal that they do come in for this reconciliation, but just don't put any pressure on them. Yeah. A couple more oracles. Oh no, I have 2 more message cards decks and then 1 more oracle deck. We're pulling a 9 deck spread today because I only do things in 3, 6s, or 9s. Okay. Clarifying. What's at hand? Together. Find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. There's definitely going to be a reconciliation here. I've actually never pulled this card at all the times I've used this deck. It's beautiful. Maybe you guys are going to go to a ball together, or a dance, or somewhere fancy. When you finally do get to come together. Yeah, they're tired of running. They're tired of running. That's what's at hand, like what they're thinking of currently. They're just like, exhausted with this. Okay, clarifying the honeymoon and the justice. Settling. Avoid settling for less than you deserve in love. I think about you all the time. Yeah, they're still trying to find the courage. They're still trying to get out of this cage that they put themselves in. That pessimistic mindset. They're like weighing out all the pros and cons of like, do I just settle? No, of course you don't settle. Why would you not go after love? You shouldn't settle for anything less than the most perfect love. And that's why we're weighing this out with the Justice card. If you guys both think about each other all the time, I mean, come on. There's nothing to settle for in this particular connection. Yeah, number 1, also a reminder for all you super Delulus. I'm totally here for living in Delulu land, but not for a toxic ex. I'm never referring to a toxic ex when I'm talking about twin flames or soulmate connections. That could have possibly been a karmic soul connection, but you learn those lessons and you are meant to detach and get away from any toxicity. So I am never referring to go back to any toxic person. You will know the difference. Of course, do twin flame dynamics have ups and downs? It's a roller coaster. Yes. Do they go through some egoic cycles and transitions, dealing with devil energy, which again is not negative. It just could mean that there's some addictions or some challenges to face, of course. But is the connection toxic itself? No, never. Had to remind you. Okay, then let's clarify the present position or what's going on for us physically. I know that they're moving slow physically, and we've got this hangman energy. Baggage. Yeah, that's why we're moving slow on that chariot, because it's carrying a lot of baggage. Pack lighter, guys. Emotional baggage can weigh down relationships. Unpack it. Unpack it. Let it go. Let it go. If you want to go on this retreat together, you got to pack light. Let go of all of the emotional stuff. The hangman, it's like he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. So the original hangman card, he was obviously hung upside down from a tree because he did something wrong in society's eyes. So you're trying to be the best person that you can be, but you do something wrong, and it's like you're damned if you did, you're damned if you didn't. But you're also there to contemplate. So, you have a lot of time hanging upside down to realize, do I want to carry my emotional baggage? No. Do I want to avoid settling and not going after true love? Yeah, we don't want to settle. Do I know who I want to be together with? If you do, if that's the case, then Spirit says you need more trust. You need more faith in that. Okay, clarify this Hermit, Reconciliation, and Death card. Divine timing with every twin flame union. Trust in divine timing. Love arrives when it's meant to. So anybody who is super in their head, over contemplating, going through a rough time with this transformation, because remember, change can be heavy as you release and transition. This soul searching is like meant to happen. And you don't have to pressure yourself. You don't have to pressure your lover, because in divine timing, that reconciliation is happening. They're coming in. You just have to trust when. Though you don't know when. But they're coming. Oh, wow. Yeah, something big is ending, and they're stepping into something new. But you've just got to trust it. This is such a beautiful reading. Okay, and look at these cards. I absolutely love this deck. Beautiful. Cool. And the woman has the moon in her eye, so she's like the more intuitive, divine feminine that's guided by moon energy, and the masculine is more solar. But yeah, you're one and the same. You guys are sharing energies. So you both have masculine and feminine. You both have lunar and solar. Can we clarify coming together and trusting that this Queen of Pentacles nurturing energy is there for us? It's there to support us, no matter if we're still healing from some family traumas. Because I know that we're tired of running. Clarify this. Our connection is divinely timed. After we just get the divine timing card. Are you kidding me? Ah! Okay. I can't speak. You see? I will be with you when the time is right. It's like your person's choked up. Like, this is what they think, though. This is why you need to be patient and wait for me. Wow. Over the Together card. Again, right after we had the Divine Timing card. Okay. Clarifying the settling the energy of the Nine of Wands and finding justice, finding balance to come into that honeymoon, getting over the past stuff that was heavy. I feel this gravitational pull towards you, like all the galaxies and the universe are trying to bring me to you. Well, baby, that's what a soul connection is, especially a twin flame one. Yeah, twin flames in comparison to soulmates, since you guys were the same soul then separated, you literally are magnets trying to come together. Although if you guys are not healed, then one person's magnet is not, or both are, you know, in the opposite directions that they should be, and then it starts to repel. So that's why we have this runner and chaser dynamic a lot in twin flame unions. So something to be mindful of. Okay, clarifying the Chariot and wanting to retreat together, knowing that you guys belong to each other, but there's still some like hangman, heavy baggage energy. When my soul saw you, it went, oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. I know that feeling. We got to let go of that heavy baggage to come into that, you guys. Okay, and clarifying over the Hermit, reconciliation and divine timing. My heart knows things that my mind can't explain. That's what the Hermit energy is. It's like contemplation. He's got this wisdom. The Hermit is seeking this truth, but it's already within them. You got to meditate because you know what your heart wants. The heart knows things that the mind cannot explain. Why do you need clarification from the mind? The mind lies to us. We've got the ego taking residence up there too sometimes, and they're not paying rent. Like, don't listen to the ego. Listen to your heart and this divine timing. That's so beautiful, guys. Okay. Last messages from your twin are what's at hand. So what's at hand is for both lovers. What's going on currently in both of our lovers? What are they both thinking in, it's this one, in the 5D and the 3D. I love the way you dress. Ooh, well, thank you. Today, actually, I'm so cute right now. I feel like I need to show you. I got these super cute jeans that have like these old, probably 18th, 19th century portraits on them. Love it. I can't show you. Okay, there we go. And my heels? Are you kidding me? Yes, please and thank you. Anywho, I love the way you dress. You both love the way you guys dress. There's somebody with style. Look, and then I said, remember, you're going to come together and like go to this ball or somewhere fancy together. And you guys are both going to think about how you love the way you dress. Okay, I'm here for that. Okay, so the opposite of my viewer. So if you're a masculine, then this is what the feminine's thinking. If you're the feminine, this is what your masculine is thinking. I know I need to work on myself. They need to work on themselves. We already picked that up. Come on. They're building the courage. They're having this test of faith. They're trying to get out of this like old pessimistic wheel that they were on. And then they'll no longer settle for anything but love. Okay, and then so that was what the opposite of the viewer was thinking. This is what my viewer is thinking. So if you're the masculine, if you're the feminine, this is what you've got going on. I am focused on my career and finances. Damn. Yes, you are. And that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. While they handle their emotional baggage, you focus on your career. And what is the outcome of this situation? What do both parties think and feel in the outcome once this divine timing brings us back into reconciliation? I am regretting my previous actions. When you guys finally do come into union, you're going to be like, why did I act that way? Why did I settle for less? Why was I scared? Why did I hesitate? Why did I think I needed to do this alone? What, all of those thoughts. You're going to regret your previous actions. That's okay. We come back into union still. Divine timing is there. We learned these lessons with the Hermit energy, both parties. We, on a soul level, because this is a soul position, so Hermit, all of these cards are for both parties. It's all about this soul quest that you're on. And I'd say, regret it for a second, but then have no regrets. It all was for a reason. There's a silver lining. And then we will end with our angel numbers. Angel numbers. Pick 4. Our what's at hand number. So guidance from our angels on how to handle this situation currently. 77, awakening. We're going through an awakening. 77, it's a master number. 14 boils down to a 5. I told you, major change, transformation. We're going through enlightenment, breakthroughs, success, epiphanies, spiritual growth, and transformation. You are undergoing a profound spiritual awakening that will lead you towards a path of success, epiphanies, and breakthroughs in all aspects of life. In what areas of your life are you experiencing spiritual growth, and how can you harness this awakening to achieve success and breakthroughs? Reflect on recent insights or revelations that you've had and consider how you can apply these creative, positive changes and breakthroughs in your life. Well, I can't even say anything on that because they literally explained it all. If you guys want to come together, 7 and 7, the union, you both have to go through this awakening. Just so you guys see it. Right? Okay. Our advice on coming into our courage, getting past this test of faith and weighing out this, finding balance through this union, and what lessons we had to do in order to come back to that honeymoon. 85. I love these numbers. So it's another window number. It's a literal master window. So it's like they're mirroring on either sides, right? Gratitude. Which gratitude is how the universe keeps going. But this gravitational pull that you guys had towards each other, it says, like all the galaxies in the universe are trying to bring me to you. It's through gratitude. So like these numbers get pulled together. once they work on themselves. And you guys are just grateful for this work instead of thinking negatively about it. Patience, gratitude, abundance, perspective, success, appreciation, and the ripple effect. Confirmation cough. Focusing on gratitude shifts our perspective from what we lack to what we have and can achieve. This positive mindset attracts more positivity into our lives, creating the ripple effect of abundance and success. What am I grateful for today? Love. And how can I focus on these aspects, enhance my overall sense of abundance and success? How can you focus on all of these aspects? Take a moment each day to list 3 things that you are grateful for. Reflect on how these positive aspects impact your life and how they can inspire further abundance and success. Wow, guys. All right, our advice on letting go of this baggage so the chariot can get moving faster and we can chop ourselves off that tree, because who likes to hang upside down for too long? I mean, I love it. I'm an aerialist, but you got to come upright eventually. Another master number. Don't worry. Oh, this is beautiful. Remember, they're going through this sacrifice and waiting period where we're having this lack of direction. But universe, soul source, energy, all of the gods and goddesses are guiding you to remember that you don't need to worry because you're always protected and divinely guided. It says, be calm, optimistic, joy, trust, release. It's your soul's mission. If you've been consumed by worry, fear, or concerns about the physical world, it's time to shift your focus, move from stressing over material needs to joyfully pursuing your soul's mission with optimism. In what areas of your life are you letting worry hold you back? And how can you redirect your focus towards your soul's mission? Prioritize trust, self-love, be understanding and patient. Identify one worry or fear that has been consuming your thoughts and take a step towards a joyful pursuit of your soul's mission today. Focusing on positive actions and outcomes. Be grateful, you guys, and don't worry, because you're going through this awakening and it's all going to be okay. Clarifying divine timing with this reconciliation. You guys, you can't make this up. Hold on. Hold the phone. Hold on. Just for clarity, we got another window number, right? It's not like every single number in this deck are master numbers, true angel numbers, or, huge clarifiers like that. So just recognize that when you have 77, 85, 85, 66, 37, 37, that's big. Comfort zones. Wow. When we're both in our comfort zone. Okay, so it says stagnation. Remember, we've got the Hermit and the Death card. So something's ending and changing for this transition. This release needs to happen of the stagnation to come into growth and transformation. So it says stagnation, safety. They were in their comfort zone. Expansion, growth, risk-taking, breakthroughs. Your comfort zone has become too familiar. It's time to step out and pursue what you truly desire, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you. What did I say? Where in your life have you become too comfortable? And how can you push yourself beyond your comfort zone? Take one small step today that feels slightly uncomfortable but exciting Trust that growth happens when you move beyond the familiar, as my third familiar shows up. Say hello, Cyrus. He is the ruler of the underworld, which fitting since we have the death card. He knocked over the card that says Spirit says you have to have more faith and trust. So another reminder again. No, if you go up there, you're going to knock everything down. Oh, you got an eye boogie. Sorry. All right, guys. Of course, I went over time, as always. My name's Kat. This is Pure Premonitions. We're here to make more magic, and I hope that this resonated with my Twin Flame Collective, because I know it resonated with me. So don't worry. All is well. Trust in divine timing, because that reconciliation is coming.